Good morning. It is almost 10 o'clock, I guess, on Sunday, June 13th, which would be day 44 of my AT 2021. And I just arrived at Elk Park, part of Harriman State Park, and I'm planning a 2-mile hike north to the Lemon Squeezer. So we are officially hiking today in New York. And Ballpark and AT Positive are going southbound. They're going to do about 8.7, I think it is, according to Gut Hooks, to Lakes Road, where I'll pick them up later. And they'll go up a pretty steep incline, which is that hill above that red car for them. And that's why they decided to go southbound. They also have, I think it's called Fitzgerald Falls, and a dam and a couple of other things to do. So they should have a pretty interesting hike. Me, with the Lemon Squeezer, I'm going to be going up that hill. Now the tricky part of that is not only do I get to go up it, I get to come back down it in order to get to my vehicle. So I'm really shaking this morning trying to hold the phone, and I had some coffee. So we'll try the left arm, see if I'm any better with that hand. So anyway, it's gonna be a fairly nice day today. It is kind of cloudy out, but yesterday it was misty. Today it's supposed to rain tonight, and then the next 2 days. So we're not really sure what our plans are for tomorrow or the next couple of days. I know that tomorrow morning I need to check out of the Quality Inn. So we will have to see what happens. But through that meadow right there by all those cars, this is the weekend, so there's lots of cars parked here. That's where I'm going to be starting to hike, and I will get back to you as soon as I see something cool. Check in with you later. All right, so I go up, and it looks like I go to the right, over that way. But there are some very big rocks. I'm glad I'm not going that way. That's what I originally thought. Mountain of rocks. So you can kind of hear the road noise from way down there on the Thruway 87. Got about 100-foot climb to go. And then I'll go down and then back up. Whew. Alrighty, almost to the top. I think I got about a 50-foot climb yet to go. So I'm kind of in a little bit of a leveled out area. There's the trail down there behind me, which goes down to another little level area and then way down the hill. So before I forget, I just met a former through hiker who's now turned into a section hiker. Far. So he's Scandinavian, and Scandinavian is its father's father. So that's what his grandchildren call him, is Far. So he said, I believe it was in 2018 that he did a through hike, made it 1,200 miles, and then he's since turned it into a section hiker. And so he says basically he's got a little bit right here, then he jumps ahead, does a little bit of New Hampshire, and then jumps to basically the 100-mile wilderness and Katahdin, and then he's all done. So that's cool. But yeah, that was definitely a climb up. It's a little bit muggy. You can see how moist I am. Definitely dripping wet. Dripping. Whew. A little bit more. Check in with you later. I think that's the pond. But first I need to go down. New York, you still got rocks. Where I came from. This is where I'm going. The book. Hawk, a through hiker about 25-30 miles ahead of us, called this the caveman book. He was on the other side of it and said that the part off to the right as you're looking at it is the part that was completed, and the part to the left was what they had to finish. So I'm going to change that up a little bit, and I'm going to call it Sasquatch, because a while back ago I saw a Sasquatch sign. want to take a picture of it, but I was too busy trying to drive down the road. So Sasquatch is reading a book, and he's only got a couple pages in. He's got a few more pages to go before he figures out the answer to the mystery. Okay, this is ruins of something that was here. I think it's something to channel the water that goes into or out of the pond. And I smell a campfire, and you're not supposed to have campfires in this area, so that's interesting. So that's pretty interesting. It is definitely flowing out of the pond and downhill. Looks like the cleanup crew did some work, but I think they ought to do some more before the bridge gets wiped out and all that stone wall. And so far, New York, ick. Ick, ick, ooh. Granted, it's a pond, but this is supposed to be a water source. This is supposed to be a water source for us, but I just don't see how. This is really gorgeous. I love this. The trees, the grass. Someone's done a great job of thinning this out so there's not any fire danger. But the grass is just beautiful. And then the lake, or pond, I guess you should say. Man, oh man. Mother Nature, you create some beautiful stuff. All right, I have made it to the lemon squeezer. Big, big, big rock. And down in there, there's some people. I'm waiting for them. So it's kind of bottlenecked right now. So yeah, you climb a hill and up and over here, and then all of a sudden, big rock. And boy, they're taking their sweet little baby old time down. climbing and trying to do a video at the same time.
Okay. Good luck.
I had to ditch those trekking poles.
That sounds so fun.
Alrighty. Whew. Okay, I just, excuse me. Okay, I just did the lemon squeezer. Actually, I did it twice because when I went through, number one, my video shut off. And number two, I forgot to get my chicken waypoint for my gut hooks app. So I went back through, and gut hooks is like so not right with the lemon squeezer. It's actually where you start climbing the rock face wall, which I didn't do. I kind of went a little bit what the easy way it was, and then came back down and around. So it is what it is. I don't really need to do any more today. I need to go down. Sorry, it was like really close. I'm trying to see where I'm going and videoing. I remember to keep my arm out further. So I do need to get back down about 2.1 to the Elk Park where my vehicle's at and reposition my vehicle so I can go pick up AT positive in Ballpark who are southbound hiking today, 2 Lakes Road. And Snoop Dogg is back on trail. Yay, Snoop Dogg. I saw him yesterday at the 17A. He just got dropped off by his wife after driving 7 miles from West Virginia and was going to head to the first shelter northbound. And he just said he was thinking about getting a motel for tonight. I said he's more than welcome to come stay with us, because I guess the trail is kicking his butt after being off trail for about 2 weeks. And I can understand that, because all I've done is 4 or 5 miles for the last 4 days in a row. And it's tough, you spend a month getting your trail legs and everything, and then you don't hike, and it's tough getting back. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. I've got some mess to navigate down there, so I'll get off of here.
I'm Mock.
I'm Old Chicken.
I'm Geodude.
All right, well, you guys have an awesome rest of your through hike.
Thank you.
All right, have a great day.
Trails.
Happy trails. Okay, that's where I just came from. That's northbound. Spin around a little bit because now I'm heading southbound. So basically I'm both ways bound. I'm a Bobo. All right, so before I forget, I just met Gummy, who had a guitar on his back and gummies in his fanny pack coming up. I also met Chaco and Beaver. And then there was one other hiker that's a through hiker that was talking on the phone. So just wanted to include all their names before I forget, because we know what it's like. We can't remember anything anymore. Alright, I made it back to Elk Park. So I just looked at my stepper. Said 4.76 miles. 13,000 steps. Sorry, I'm yawning. Yeah. So, before I forget, one more thru hiker that I met was Chef. She was lagging in the back a little bit. So yeah, lots of thru hikers out here today. Pretty cool. Now I know what it was like for Pharaoh when he was doing his bobo. He would see everybody because he was going southbound, drive his vehicle northbound, hiking southbound, and he would find all of the hikers that were going northbound. So now I'm experiencing some of the same. All right, so I will let you go as I finish up heading that way to my vehicle. Thanks for watching. So I just met Terry, a trail angel. She just got done leaving, let's say, I guess it's 7 gallons of water and some fruit, some pears, and I just saw Buck. He just ate one of the pears and grabbed some of that water. So, look who I see coming. I see the Snoop Dogg. Hey, he made it.
Drank it today. Didn't make me sick at least.
All right, we are at Lakes Road. I'm waiting on AT Positive and Ballpark, and we got Snoop Dogg. We're gonna head into the waterfalls, but I noticed New York has good water, at least in one spot. And there was either a frog or something that just plopped in there. At least that's what I'm saying it is. All right, so we are now northbound. So confusing today. Fitzgerald Falls, New York.
No, definitely not today. I think like we've heard about them a few days ago,
It
right?
was right up there, so
Did we meet them?
up the steps, the stone steps,
Well, they started in Georgia.
all the way to the top of it. That's really pretty. And here comes Ballpark and AT Positive.